All right, it's an all-out political war. That's the latest news that we are tracking right now. At the back of what the defense minister said in Parliament, the Congress staged a walkout protest in Parliament as we speak. Congress leader Surjewala has questioned Rajnath Singh. Randeep Surjewala has said, how did China dare to occupy our land? Why did Prime Minister mislead India on Chinese intrusion? Let's listen in to Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary from the Congress speaking in the Parliament.
हमारे सरजमीन को रक्षा करते हैं, हमारे संप्रभुता को रक्षा करते हैं। आज इसीलिए जब सदन में लद्दाख की घटना की जिक्र करते हुए रेजोल्यूशन की बात कहा गया, तो हम सब ने हमारे फौजों को सलाम जताने के लिए, सम्मान और श्रद्धा जताने के लिए 1 मिनट की समय मांगी। अंतिम में कहा कि आधा मिनट दिया करो, क्योंकि ये सहमत हम भी जताना चाहते हैं। सवाल तो बहुत कुछ है, लेकिन हम जानते हैं कि सवालों की जवाब ये सरकार देने में इनकार करेगा। अगर नहीं करते तो 1962 साल में जब इंडो चाइना वॉर हुई थी, उस समय विपक्ष के नेता अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी, जो हमारे साथ हमारे बीच नहीं है, उन्होंने ये मांग किया था कि जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी, चीन की सीमा में क्या हुआ, इंडो चाइना वॉर में क्या हुआ, इस विषय को लेकर सदन में चर्चा होना चाहिए। तुरंत पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू, उस समय के हिंदुस्तान के प्रधानमंत्री, सहमत जताई और लगातार 2 दिन सदन में चर्चा हुई। यही परंपरा हमारे सदन को हम देखना चाहते थे। हम जानते हैं कि ये सदन में चर्चा करने में ये सरकार इनकार करेगा, हिचकिचाएगा। नहीं तो शुरू के दिन से बार बार ये गुहार लगाते आए हैं हम कि कोई भी रूल पे, अंडर 193 रूल पे मैंने तो नोटिस डाला है, 1 नहीं 2। हमारे पार्टी के हमारे जो कॉलीग्स वो भी डाले हैं। हमारी उम्मीद थी कि कम से कम लद्दाख की सीमा की अहमियत को मद्देनजर सारा देशवासियों की एक साथ आवाज बुलंद करना चाहिए कि देश हमारा आगे है, सबसे आगे देश के साथ, देश की हित हमारा सबका हित है। लेकिन ये सरकार के सामने हमारे कोई गुहार, कोई हमारा दरखास्त, कोई हमारा गुजारिश, कोई इसका मूल्य नहीं है। हमें सदन के अंदर नहीं बोलने दिया। हम जानते हैं ये सरकार डरते हैं, अगर कांग्रेस कोई सवाल पूछ दे, पूछने से जवाब तो नहीं है, क्या कहेंगे, डरते हैं। क्योंकि आज जिस ढंग से राजनाथ सिंह जी सदन में अपना रेजोल्यूशन रखे हैं, उसमें सबसे पहले राजनाथ सिंह जी देश की प्रधानमंत्री को वाह किया, एक बार नहीं कई बार। देश की प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र सिंह जी सीमा पे गए, हौसला बढ़ाए, बहुत सारे तारीफ उन्होंने की। लेकिन आज इस सदन में जब रेजोल्यूशन पास होते हैं हमारे सेनाओं के लिए, देश की रक्षा के लिए, तब तो कम से कम प्रधानमंत्री जी को मौजूदगी जरूरी थी। प्रधानमंत्री जी क्यों आज नदारत रहे, जब इतने बड़े रेजोल्यूशन उन्हीं की सरकार ला रहे हैं, वो भी हिंदुस्तान की पार्लियामेंट में, क्योंकि उनका डर है। ना कोई घुसा है, ना कोई घुसा हुआ है, ना कोई कैंप चीनी फौजों ने कब्जा किया है। ये बात मैंने नहीं, हिंदुस्तान के प्रधानमंत्री जी कहे हैं, कहे थे, आप जानते हैं। वो भी गलवान घाटी में हमारे 20 जवानों की शहीदों की बाद भी, तो उनके पास जवाब नहीं है। वो इसलिए सदन में चर्चा कराने में।
All right, connecting to my colleague Anand Patel, who's joining us. Anand, the Congress staging a walkout. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary holding an impromptu press conference right outside. Right now, still speaking. Understandably, the Congress wanted to make a meal. It was quite planned that after, no matter what the defense minister said, the Congress will protest.
Well, yes, and this is what the Congress strategy was, because right since the controversy broke, the Congress party has been demanding that the government should come out in the open and brief the country and tell the opposition as to what is the exact situation. And this is what the Congress party is angry at, and this is the reason why they have staged a walkout, because no opportunity was given to the opposition to seek clarifications from the defense minister. The Congress had given at least 2 notices, we are told, under section 190, but both were not accepted by the speaker, and that is what the Congress party is protesting and staged a walkout. And now they are addressing a presser in which they are saying that this was an opportunity for the government to tell the nation as to what is the exact position, why our land was encroached upon by the Chinese, and what is the government doing about it to maintain status quo. We've had several rounds of talks between the army, between the foreign minister and also the defense minister recently, but nothing has been done to maintain the status quo. This is what the Congress party is saying, and it also attacked the Prime Minister as to why he was absent when a resolution was taken up in the Lok Sabha over the fact that the soldiers are battling it out against all odds at the LAC. The Congress party alleges that it's because of the statements which he made in the past that no piece of our land has been encroached upon and no Chinese soldier has come to our soil. It is because of that statement that the Prime Minister was not here. Although the government, on a strong footing, tried to, put forward the case that the soldiers are giving all out and trying to defend the territory, and the Indians have given it back whenever and wherever it was required in the same coin to the Chinese. But the opposition is not happy, clearly, and this is the reason why we are witnessing a protest by the main opposition party, Congress party, which has staged a walkout, and the leaders are addressing a press conference over the issue.
Appreciate you joining us, Anand. Thank you. Then, meanwhile, let's just take you back on what the defense minister said in what seemed to be a clear no-nonsense message. Slamming China, Rajnath Singh today said that there was a bid to change status quo at the border areas. Speaking in Lok Sabha, he took the dragon by its head, saying India is committed to peace, but we remain battle-ready. Rajnath Singh, in a big message to China, also added that India is committed to protect India's sovereignty and said that India stands behind its armed forces. During his speech, a visibly disgust was seen on the defense minister over Chinese actions. His tone remained combative over Chinese violation, and he at all points rallied behind Indian forces. Defense minister also exposed China's dual tongue. In the parliament, Rajnath said that Chinese provoked India even when talks between both nations were underway. And amidst talks, they were busy ramping up troops and weaponry.
ग्राउंड कमांडर्स द्वारा इस समस्या को सुलझाने के लिए विभिन्न समझौतों तथा प्रोटोकॉल के तहत वार्ता की जा रही थी। इसी बीच मई महीने के मध्य में चाइना द्वारा वेस्टर्न सेक्टर में कई स्थानों पर LAC पर ट्रांसग्रेशन करने की कोशिश की गई। इसमें कोंगकाला, गोगरा एंड पेंगोंग लेक का नॉर्थ बैंक शामिल है। इन कोशिशों को हमारी सेनाओं ने समय पर देख लिया तथा उसके लिए आवश्यक जवाबी कार्रवाई भी की है। अध्यक्ष महोदय, अप्रैल माह से ईस्टर्न लद्दाख की सीमा पर चाइना की सेनाओं की संख्या तथा उनके आर्मामेंट्स में काफी वृद्धि देखी गई है। मई महीने के प्रारंभ में चाइना ने गलवान घाटी क्षेत्र में हमारी ट्रूप्स के नॉर्मल ट्रेडिशनल पेट्रोलिंग पैटर्न में व्यवधान शुरू किया, जिसके कारण फेस ऑफ की स्थिति उत्पन्न हुई। जैसा कि सभी सम्मानित सदस्यों को जानकारी है कि बीते समय में भी चीन के साथ हमारे बॉर्डर एरियाज में लंबे स्टैंड ऑफ्स की स्थिति यह कई बार बनी है, जिसका शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से समाधान भी किया गया था। हालांकि इस वर्ष की स्थिति, चाहे वो ट्रूप्स की स्केल ऑफ इन्वॉल्वमेंट हो या फ्रिक्शन पॉइंट्स की संख्या हो, वह पहले से बहुत अलग है। फिर भी हम मौजूदा स्थिति के शांतिपूर्ण समाधान के लिए पूरी तरह से कमिटेड हैं। इसके साथ साथ मैं सदन को आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि हम सभी परिस्थितियों से निपटने के लिए भी तैयार हैं। मैं इस बात पर बल देना चाहूंगा कि भारत हमारे बॉर्डर एरिया में मौजूदा मुद्दों का हल शांतिपूर्ण बातचीत और कंसल्टेशन के जरिए किए जाने के प्रति कमिटेड है। इस उद्देश्य को पाने के लिए मैं अपने चाइनीज काउंटर पार्ट से 4 सितंबर को मॉस्को में मिला और उनसे हमारी इन डेप्थ डिस्कशन भी हुई। मैंने स्पष्ट तरीके से हमारी चिंताओं को चीनी पक्ष के सामने रखा, जो उनकी बड़ी संख्या में ट्रूप्स की तैनाती और उनका एग्रेसिव बिहेवियर और यूनिलैटरल स्टेटस को बदलने की कोशिश से रिलेटेड था। मैंने यह भी स्पष्ट किया कि हम इस मुद्दे को शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से हल करना चाहते हैं और हम चाहते हैं कि चीनी पक्ष हमारे साथ मिलकर काम करे। वहीं हमने अध्यक्ष महोदय यह भी स्पष्ट कर दिया कि हम भारत की सॉवरेनिटी और टेरिटोरियल इंटीग्रिटी की रक्षा के लिए पूरी तरह से डिटरमिन्ड हैं। एलएसी के ऊपर फ्रिक्शन बढ़ता हुआ देखकर दोनों तरफ के सैन्य कमांडरों ने 6 जून 2020 को मीटिंग की तथा इस बात पर सहमत बनी कि रेसिप्रोकल एक्शंस के द्वारा डिसएंगेजमेंट किया जाए। दोनों पक्ष इस बात पर भी सहमत हुए कि एलएसी को माना जाएगा तथा कोई ऐसी कार्रवाई नहीं की जाएगी जिससे स्टेटस को बदले। किंतु इस सहमति के वायलेशन में चीन द्वारा एक वायलेंट फेस ऑफ की स्थिति 15 जून को गलवान में क्रिएट की गई। हमारे बहादुर सिपाहियों ने, हमारे बहादुर सेना के जवानों ने अपनी जान का बलिदान दिया और साथ ही चीनी पक्ष को भी भारी क्षति पहुंचाई है अध्यक्ष महोदय, और अपनी सीमा की सुरक्षा में वह कामयाब रहे। इस पूरी अवधि के दौरान हमारे बहादुर जवानों ने जहां संयम की जरूरत थी वहां संयम रखा तथा जहां शौर्य की जरूरत थी वहां शौर्य प्रदर्शित किया है अध्यक्ष महोदय। मैं सदन से अध्यक्ष महोदय यह अनुरोध करता हूं कि हमारे दिलेर जवानों की वीरता एवं उनके बहादुरी की भूरी भूरी प्रशंसा की जानी चाहिए। हमारे बहादुर जवान अत्यंत मुश्किल परिस्थितियों में अपने अथक प्रयास से समस्त देशवासियों को सुरक्षित रख रहे हैं।
All right, I'm going to connect to two of our editors. Joining me, our executive editor from Leh, Ladakh, Gaurav Sawant. I also have in the studio with me Shiv Arur. But Gaurav, coming to you first. Let's take into context what the defense minister spoke. Now, the opposition is actually targeting him for saying that China wanted to, change status quo. The Prime Minister earlier had said China never entered the country. Was it two very separate incidents that both the Prime Minister and the Defense Minister were talking about?
The Prime Minister was talking about a specific instance of Galwan where the Chinese attempted to come in, and this is what the Defense Minister also gave details of, that when the Chinese attempted to transgress, they were beaten back. 20 of our braves made the supreme sacrifice of their lives. But as the Defense Minister claimed that a large number of Chinese also suffered reverses. So the Prime Minister's statement on na koi ghusa hai, according to the government, was restricted to the incident of Galwan. The Defense Minister today gave very specific details of transgressions at 3 points. Konkala, that's a height at about 15,000 to 16,000 feet altitude. He also spoke of Gogra, again a friction point, and the north bank of Pangong So. So these were very specific details that were given by the Defense Minister, and that's the difference. This is where transgression has taken place. This is where there is friction now. Galwan was where there was friction when the Chinese attempted. They were beaten back. What the Defense Minister chose not to speak about was India's response on the south bank of Pangong So, where he said where Sanyam was required, India showed that, but where valor, Parakram was required, India also showed that. So, that's the difference. Where we had to be calm, we were calm. Where we had to show valor, we showed valor. And that, is the difference. But the situation at this point of time, as the Defense Minister also pointed out, remains tense because the Chinese, as he said, are building up even now in grave violation of the 1993 and 1996 agreements. There are larger number of troops, tanks and artillery guns along the line of actual control. And for peace, China needs to follow what Wang Yi and Dr. S. Jaishankar agreed to in Moscow.
All right, stay with me, Gaurav. Appreciate you actually decoding both the statements on why there were two very different statements there. I want to bring in now Shiv Arur, who's actually going to take us through the Defense Minister's statement. Over to you, Shiv.
Well, the statement by the defense minister lasted about 25 minutes, and it's very interesting to see the body language of Rajnath Singh, because he's a politician who's usually very equanimous, weighs his words, doesn't give in to too much emotion. But these are the things that we noticed about him. There was a very noticeable and visible disgust in Rajnath Singh's voice when he was talking about the Chinese actions. Another emotion that you could see in Rajnath Singh that you don't see very often is that he was combative. Usually he talks softly, but now he was wagging his fingers, shaking his fist. He sounded very combative as far as those Chinese actions are concerned. There was grit, there was determination from Rajnath as he tried to rally support of the parliament and the public, of course the opposition as well, for the armed forces. Is something that he invoked very, very regularly through this. And finally, he did put out a message saying there is a commitment to peace, but that the forces are ready. So these were the big takeaways and the emotions that Rajnath Singh displayed during this 25-minute statement in Parliament. In fact, Rahul Srivastava, our National Affairs editor, who has interacted with Rajnath Singh quite regularly over the years. Rahul, this was a different sort of Rajnath Singh that we saw today. Like we were talking about earlier, he is a politician who weighs his words, not given to extreme swings of emotion, certainly not in public or in public life. This was something new that we saw today.
Yes, Shiv. See, Rajnath is a consummate politician, extremely understated most of the times. But yes, one does see these flashes, and I think it was a need of the hour. Shiv, over the last few months, as a defense minister, he has been weighing in Chinese aggression. And biting on his heels have been the opposition, Bob's Twitter, Facebook and others, where the opposition has been telling him that he as a defense minister has failed to protect the Indian borders and territorial integrity. And I think that's where he brought in that aggression element. And Rajnath Singh, if you see his speech, has made several points very clear. One very clear point, that the Chinese have been told that we love to have a peaceful resolution to all the disputes which we have, but India is not going to take any attempt to change status quo or any attempt to hurt the national sovereignty or territorial integrity. Now, the opposition right behind me, Shiv, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary and others of the Congress party are attacking the government that they have not done enough. But I think if you see this speech, that determination element, the lack of trust vis-a-vis Chinese, the kind of preparedness which has already been mounted, the address to the domestic constituency, the Chinese and also the international audience. But Shiv, I think there is also a very strong undercurrent. What it also tells the people of the country, that Chinese is an unreliable neighbor right now, which has got hostile intent, has amassed great amount of firepower and weaponry as far as the LAC is concerned. Somewhere, Rajnath Singh was also doling out a very veiled warning for the nation that right now things at the border or the LAC are extremely brittle. I think it was a very delicate speech in which he did not indulge in any amount of saber rattling. That has been, I think, the mainstay of the government's response vis-a-vis the standoff. Rajnath Singh did not indulge in any amount of saber rattling, because that can build frenzy in the constituency, that is in the public. Any kind of frenzy in the public can have serious impact on government's policy and any kind of military and diplomatic impact. And that is why Rajnath Singh's statement was balanced to address the constituency, address the people and tell them what exactly is the fact, but did not try to raise any kind of hysteria as far as the public is concerned.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.